what's the experience like for our commuters from the county. On the line is Chris Irvine, who's been attempting to make his way home from Islington to Rochester. He also represents the passenger pressure group Fares Fair. Hi, Chris.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm probably a lot better than you, I'm thinking.
Oh no, I'm keeping my spirits up, to be honest with you, this evening. I'm not letting the unions win on this one, and I don't think any of the other people in London are.
Whereabouts are you now?
Well, I was just on a bus, a number 19 bus, going down to Green Park, but we've actually just been kicked off the bus. So your timing was absolutely perfect, and I'm just going to wait here and see if another bus comes along.
Why were you kicked off?
Oh, I think it was terminating early. To be honest with you, the situation at the minute is, if you see a bus, you get on it.
Are you seeing huge scrums for buses like most other people today?
No, actually, it's not been too bad. We had the journey in this morning. I was with the lovely Linda Murray from South East Today. She filmed my journey, and that's going to be on BBC One, I think, this evening. But we got to London Bridge this morning, and there was a lot of people there from TfL and a lot of PCSOs directing people. It was very orderly, and the journey home this evening doesn't seem to be too bad. Everybody seems to be in good spirits, and we're sort of keeping our chin up, so to speak.
So are you on the way back to Victoria right now, Chris?
That's my objective, yes. Get to Victoria, have a nice walk through Green Park and past Buckingham Palace, and get to Victoria. And when I get to Victoria, I will get a train to Rochester, and I'm going to crack open a beer and say, Bob, you didn't win.
But you're going to have to do it all again tomorrow.
Yes. Well, there's always a downside, so maybe I'll only have one beer this evening.
I would make that several if I were you. Now, do you put the blame for this completely at the feet of the RMT?
Well, yeah, I've got to say, I mean, from my own personal point of view, I work for a small firm. I think the action that they're taking is nothing short of economic vandalism. Especially, we're in one of the worst recessions for, 60 years? We've got firms going to the wall, and for the RMT to basically hold a gun to the head of businesses and people of London and Kent, I think it's absolutely disgraceful what they're trying to do. I mean, I can understand that, people want to protect their jobs, but, I mean, going and asking for a 5% pay raise and a guaranteed job, no redundancies, it's just not happening. It's not happening in the private sector, and it shouldn't happen in the public sector as far as I'm concerned. And, they really haven't got any sympathy amongst commuters.
Chris, good to talk to you. Safe and speedy journey home. It's Chris Irvine from the pressure group Fares Fair, as you heard there, on his way back from Islington. Back to Rochester, heading for Victoria, though he's just been kicked off a bus. Very helpful when the tube strike is on to have one that terminates early. 6:05 at Radio Kent.